There is a beauty and clarity that comes from simplicity that we sometimes do not appreciate in our thirst for intricate solutions. Uchtdorf. My friends, the beauty and clarity that we seek, you see on our simple charts. All we're trying to do, never, ever, ever forget this, is to predict price movement. Is the stock or ETF going up or down? If you're in a move, is it going to continue or is it stopping? And that is where these Heikin-Ashi candlesticks and plugging them in with the volume gives you the edge that you need. Now, I would encourage you, if you've not listened to our training that we put out this past weekend on volume, it's available for free. Just go check it out at the website chartingwealth.com or at our YouTube channel, Charting Wealth. Patreon members who help underwrite the costs for what we do here for free. Thank you so much. As always, we sent you out a big package of information yesterday. We gave you our three waves trades. We gave you those that we've been looking at. We also sent you the weekly vertical crossovers and the charting cryptos and commodities trainings, all of those. And that's just one tranche of information we've sent out this week. If you are really interested in putting your training on hyper speed, we would encourage you to become a Patreon supporter. First thing you get is a 3-part series, Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way. If you're interested in options, we'll help you get started, practice trading them so that you can get some real experience. Let's jump into these chart stocks. And Bitcoin down, Bitcoin way down, 9.30%. Bonds and gold are up. Gold up almost 1%. Bonds up just a little bit. Let's jump into where things are. Isn't this such a different weekly chart that we see now that we're moving into Friday as opposed to what we saw earlier in the week? Remember, when we had the 2-day candle representing Monday and Tuesday, this green up candle and boom, turned over going down on the Wednesday, Thursday. And look at the hyper volume in the afternoon going down. Again, we've kept this trend line drawn. And again, we see the trend continuing. Now, we've not punched through this 30-period EMA, 30-week exponential moving average. We are still just sitting on it. Are we going to bounce off of it or are we going to push through? I don't know. We're going to wait, watch, and see. We can see where we've tapped over it and then back under the weekly trend line on the half day where we've gone up to it as far as the candle body goes on the 2-day and then back over. Again, with this high volume, high volume at the end of the day, average volume on this latest 2-day candle, but they've been average on these last few candles. So we'll continue to watch, wait, and see what this market's really going to do. Now, where are we on the NASDAQ 100? Well, this candle, still a green spinning top, almost a doji. You can see the amount of volume that we have there. We can see where the 2-day has gone red. We can see, again, hyper volume in the afternoon with the down move after things push through the weekly trend line. They're still above it. So again, we'll see what happens on Friday. Is Friday going to be a spike up on stocks? They're going to keep going down. We'll see how the week ends up for us. But again, we've just had this sideways slide. And what do when you don't have any direction? You don't do anything. You hold your breath and you just wait. Well, maybe you don't hold your breath. You just sit there calm. Let's say that. We don't want you to pass out. What do we see on 20-year bonds? Up just a little bit for the day. And again, there they are stalling with a, we can see just a doji for the week. Now we look at the 2-day. We can see where for the last two-day candles for 4 days, things have been trying to move up. We can see how they've gone in stutters, day and a half, sideways, a day, down for a day, and up a little bit in the afternoon, again, up just 0.25%. we're just hanging there. It is green, but again, don't forget the way volume works. The volume color is based upon the candle color. So we can zoom into this so we can see what we actually have there. You see a little bitty spinning top, little green spinning top right there, just hanging on. So again, we'll wait, watch, and see how things continue to move. The market is just sort of hanging out, trying to decide if bonds are going to keep moving down or change direction and move up, and then what the heck stocks are going to do. Let's move on to gold. Same kind of thing. Here's the 30 EMA, and we see gold with doji right there just hanging on. And again, volume's decent, 4 days into a 5-day candle. We can see where things pushed up on the 2-day chart on the weekly trend line. Then a doji for the Monday, Tuesday candle, the Wednesday, Thursday, a down candle. And of course, when we look at the wave on the smallest chart, the half day, we can see where it has moved up and through and then back down and up to this weekly trend line. So again, is gold going to bounce off the 30 EMA, or is it going to penetrate through it and keep going down? I want gold to bounce off and head up. We'll see. When it does, if it does that, we'll be calling that with you. Now, let's look at where we are on Bitcoin. We've talked about Bitcoin hoping that it will start moving in some recognizable patterns, because we're not about to practice trade it when we can't predict it. It is going down, and hopefully it'll move on down, maybe bottom out here, and then get ready to move up again, and we'll start getting some clean movements. But so far, nothing to report home about. I mean, as I look at the down move on the half day, that's okay. And the up move here on the half day, not too bad. And then the latest down move on the half day, that's okay. Really short movements here on the 2-day, 3 down candles, 2 up candles, then, and again on the weekly, we moved up, but all this sideways dragging, 3 down candles, you can see where it started going all the way to the bottom. How would you like to have gotten in there and then just sort of rode it for 3 weeks and gotten burned? Not what you want to see. There are better charts to find out there. And what is our job? Find stocks, ETFs, commodities. I mean, whatever kind of commodity ETFs, hard metal ETFs, heavy metals, gold, palladium, platinum, silver, whatever it is. If you can find a chart that is trackable, that works based upon the system you set up, where you can reliably find entry points, exit points, clean candle movements, clean volume indicators that you can attach to those candles, and predictability, that's what you're looking for, my friends. And remember, the bigger the chart, the bigger the money. You're just doing little day trades, making a nickel a dime here and taking a whole bunch of risk, as opposed to watching big flows of money come in, big flows of money go out, and again, being able to use a reversed fund. That's what's so great about the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, 20-year bonds. All 3 of those have inverse funds. And of course, many of them have multiple inverse funds. I like using a single inverse, such as SH for the S&P 500, PSQ for the NASDAQ 100, and TBF for 20-year bonds. You might say, but Tom, there is an inverse fund in gold. Yeah, DGZ. The only problem is the bid and the ask. It is not very liquid. And the minute you buy, you have to make up a heck of a spread before you make a penny. Not interested in that. So, again, interesting week so far. Let's see how Friday wraps up. And of course, I'll be preparing for you at the end of the markets on Friday for your enjoyment over the weekend to listen to our weekly review and forecast. And friends, I promised that I would produce 2 additional trainings to some of you in various responses to things. I plan on putting a training together this weekend, probably on Sunday, like I did this last Sunday, and it will most likely be trying to figure. It's either going to be on Heikin-Ashi candlesticks, an in-depth training on those, or it's going to be on trend lines. I'm going to do one on each. I just hadn't decided which one I'm going to do first. But if you hadn't listened to the volume training, please check it out. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.